Okay, today we're going to talk about division with decimals. It's on page 110. We're going to do exercise number 1 for example number 1. And we start this process by skipping 2 lines on our paper, because remember back when we did this in elementary school, you have to have space for your answer line. And you skip a line in between problems, so you need a blank line, then you need an answer line, then you need to write your problem. We're going to also add the rational number part. Which means the positives and the negatives. So we're going to be dividing with divisors that are positive and negative, or dividends that are positive and negative. Okay? So we got to pay attention to that chart that we've been using, just with last night's homework. Positive times positive is a positive. Negative times negative is a negative. We're going to use that same chart today. Okay, so the book writes this horizontally. You do not have to write this statement. This is my mentalness. I lose negative signs if I don't write it down. Okay, when they start throwing those negatives in here, I go back to the original to check, because I don't put them in my long division work. I lose them if I do. You decide what's right for you. You do not have to write it there. I'm going to write it there. Then I'm going to skip my 2 lines, put my division sign. The first number goes in the house. The second number goes outside. 3.78 divided by 4.2. Does anybody know what to do to get rid of the decimal that is on the outside? Lauren?
You have to move the decimal inside of the house over once until the one outside of the house doesn't have a decimal.
Right. Since there's only one, we move it 1 here, and we move it 1 here. Do you guys know why we do that? Or did they just tell you to move it?
So that you have a whole number to divide with?
Because we can't divide by pieces. We have to divide by whole numbers. And the fact of the matter is, when we move this decimal, you remember King Henry in science?
Yes.
You could either multiply or divide by 10, 100, 1,000, whatever, or you could just move the decimal point. This is actually multiplying by 10, just by moving this decimal. So if we multiply the outside number by 10, we also have to multiply the inside number by 10, so they're equivalent. Okay? So absolutely. So step 2 is get rid of the decimal on the outside of the problem. Move same number of spaces. On the inside. You guys know what that means. Use words that work for you. Then we're going to take the decimal straight up. So we don't forget to put it in our answer. Make it big so it can be seen. See, there's no doubt. I have a decimal there. Everybody can see it. And then we're going to divide. Question about process.
Yes. On the steps, would we put, bring our decimal up so that we can remember it?
Yeah, that's the very last thing. If you want to make it a separate step, you can. Make your notes are your tool, so make them how you need them. Okay? So if you want a step 3 or a step 2.5 that says bring the decimal up, bring the decimal straight up, you can make that a separate step if you want. Okay, mine is gonna be step 3, divide, or what some teachers like to call dirty monkeys smell bad. Y'all been to a zoo?
Yes.
They smell bad, don't they? They really do. Okay, it means divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Dirty monkeys smell bad. And the thing with long division is you have to have a number on top of every single digit that is underneath this division bar. That's how you tell if you're done, not if it terminates. Because sometimes it'll terminate before all these are filled up. And that's a problem because kids forget to fill in the placeholder zeros that actually hold value. And an answer will be, oh, I got that, but I forgot to put my 0. Okay? So you have to make sure before you're done and you move on to the next problem that there is a number above every single digit under this bar. Okay? That's how you tell when you can stop, not just that it terminated. Okay, so we're going to start with this divide. Will 42, because that's a whole number now, go into 3?
No.
So we're going to put a 0. Some of you were able to skip that first 0. Some of you are not. Division, if division is a problem for you, put that 0 there. So you know there's a number there. Will 42 go into 37?
No.
No, because it's smaller, right? 42 into 387.
Yes.
I said that wrong. 378. Yes, it will go into 378. Now we get to estimate. 4 times what is close to 37, Brian? Without going over.
It would be 30.
4 times what is close to 37 without going
Oh,
over, Keaton?
9.
4 times 9 is 36.
Oh.
So it's either going to be 8 or 9. So let's try 42 times 9 first. That's how we decide where to start with our little math. Okay? We got 18, carry the 1, and 37. Oh look, it happens to be the number I'm looking for. The good news for homework tonight, everything terminates. Everything terminates. We might have to add a couple more zeros, but they all terminate. So if you keep going and you get stuck in a loop, you've done something mathematically wrong. Start over. Okay? It terminates. It all terminates.
What does that mean?
It ends with subtraction being 0. Okay? 378, subtract, bring down, that is a terminating. Everything's filled up, and this number is 0. So they will all end that way.
So it's going to be easy.
Okay, step 4 on mine, maybe step 5 for some of you, will be check the sign. Check the sign in your answer. This is why I wrote this problem up here. If you choose not to write this problem, you have to be very careful. Positive divided by positive, is that going to be a positive answer?
Yes.
Yes. So there, I'm going to circle that. This is why we skip a line. So it'll be neat. If you know your handwriting is poor, you may want to put the word answer somewhere and then make an answer box that's separate from your work and write 0.9. Does that make your answer stand out and it's not all lost in the work? You may want to put it beside. You know whether you have neat penmanship, right? Do we have any questions on process? Okay, Elijah, we're done with this video.